All right, hey everybody, welcome to the Coding Zoo. Again, if this is your first time joining, my name is Shane, and this is the Coding Zoo Java playlist. This is the second video and a series of videos we're going to do on Java streams, processing data in Java streams using Lambdas. We are going to cover the previous example we described in our last video where we actually create a data collection, create a stream to process that data collection, and we're going to perform an intermediate operation on the stream, and we're also going to perform a terminating operation on the stream. So if you're not familiar with streams, terminating operations, and intermediate operations, hey, stick around. We're going to jump right in. Alright, so hey, on my desktop you'll see I have Eclipse open, the Java Eclipse IDE. Alright, so I have a foreach class and I have a main. Of course, if you're not familiar, the main is your starting point when you're running like a Java application for the console. Alright, so I'm going to first create an array. I'm going to create a string array. Let's do B, D, let's make it a little out of order. A, semicolon. So I have string, bracket letters equals, and then B, D, C, A, and squiggly brackets, creating a basic array. Let's turn that array into a stream. Now, if I was using an array list, this would be much simpler. But since I'm using array, I have to do a utility method that's on the stream class to create a stream from this array. So let's do stream string. I'm going to have a stream of strings. I'm going to call it my letters stream, and then I'm going to do stream. It's basically a factory method that's going to create a stream from that array. End it with a semicolon. Now you'll notice that it cannot recognize my input, so I got to import the stream under Java util stream. There we go. So I have an array of letters. I have my letter stream that I created from those array of letters. I'm going to create a basically a lambda to perform an operation on each letter in this stream. So I'm going to use the Lambda interface, or the functional interface consumer. Now, if you're not familiar with consumer, we have videos on lambdas. I'll put a link up above here so you can check that out. I could just use an inline creation of a lambda. I prefer to do it this way at the beginning of our videos, just so you get an idea that, hey, we are using lambdas and there are functional interfaces for creating them. That way you can actually kind of get used to creating your own if you need to in the future. So I'm going to print out each letter. And again, it doesn't recognize that consumer interface. Let me import it. All right, so I've got my consumer, my print lambda. I'm going to use my stream and perform a foreach, which is basically a terminating function on the stream. And I'm going to pass in my print as the function, the lambda for it to call. All right, so let's run it. And there we go. So if you see at the bottom here, my window, it printed out. It basically created an array. It took the data from that array, put it into a stream, into a pipeline. I created a function that would be used to process the data in that pipeline, and then it looped through calling that function, and each time it called it, that function printed out the letter that was passed to it. There's my letters, B, D, C, A. They're in the order that they were in the array. So that is a terminating function that allows you to loop through each item in an array list, any type of collection. This is one way of looping through that data. This is a terminating one. Once you get through the for each, you can't then do some other operation on it. It's terminating. So what is an example of an intermediate step? Well, let's try that out. So I'm going to do my letters stream for each. And before I do the for each, I'm going to do an intermediate step. Let's do sorted. And then I'm going to do my for each. And I'm still going to do the same action. I'm going to do my print because I want to print out the sorted list. Now, what do you think is going to happen when I run this? Do you think this is going to work? I bet you there's an error. Can you tell me why? Let's try it out. There we go. There's an error. The stream has already been operated upon or closed. So as I mentioned in previous videos, you can only use a stream once. It's just like an iterator. If you want to iterate through the data again, you have to create a new stream. So what happened is this stream was created and used here, and then this stream could not use it. This command could not use it next. So let's comment that out. And let's just have the stream used once. It's going to perform this intermediate step and this terminating step. Let's run it again. And here we go. A, B, C, D. So it went from B, D, C, A to being sorted into A, B, C, D. So that is how you can use multiple functions on a stream. I can use as many intermediate steps as I would like to, and then the terminating or terminal function would be done, of course, at the end because it's terminating. So that makes sense. So it's that simple, that easy. I was able to loop through a collection of data and print it out, and I was also able to loop through a collection of data, sort it first, and then print it out. So this is how you use sorted and for each. Now keep in mind this this function here, my print, is a simple function, but imagine using a more powerful function to process your data to do whatever you need to do with it. This is just, of course, a small example. Also keep in mind, I did not have to create it this way. I could have did this right here. I could have just said letter, and then create the lambda this way. Out, print, and letter. Comment that out, and let's see if this will work. There we go, A, B, C, D. All right, hey, so that's pretty simple. Hope that makes sense. It's very powerful. For each, terminating method, and sorted. I hope that helped you understand how to use streams. There are several intermediate and terminating functions you can use on a stream, and we're going to cover more in an upcoming lesson, so be sure to stick around for that. If you like this video, please click the like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, click on subscribe. That helps us a great deal. We appreciate that. If you know others who are learning Java and need some extra help, hey, send them our way. Our goal is to help you learn how to program. So I hope this was very helpful. I hope to see you again next week. Have a great week. Bye.